OpenCascade is a part of Capgemini Digital Engineering and Manufacturing Services. Capgemini is an integration partner for Dassault system, so it is wise to start our journey with inspection of ways and possibilities how we can handle 3ds products. To work with 3DX platform, you should install it. The installation means that you need to open either a virtual machine or make the real installation on the real server. The level of platform like 18x or 19x requires several resources to work properly. For example, 18x need at least 32 gigs of RAM and can be run in any virtual environment like Hyper-V, EE6i or VirtualBox. What is a 3DX platform? I mean the server side. There are some interesting applications possible to be found in the system settings after the platform installation. But what is it? How does it work? Technically, it's a web site equal to YouTube, Facebook or Twitter. There are lots of modules on the core and there are a lot of connection between the modules. But for the user, as for full apps like Nove, Delme, Simule, or for small apps like web browser apps, the access to the platform is the same. It uses HTTPS protocol. So, if 5 years ago you work with CATIA like with exe file client, now CATIA is a kind of customized copy of Google Chrome browser, storing your configuration, your buttons, your commands, and your preferences on your local device and everything else installed on the server side. If you go back to the platform installation, then you can see several services in the task list. And these services is nothing more than a simple web sites like Tomcat, like WebSphere, like other websites. So if you handle several of websites, then you handle the platform. All these websites have connection between each other. All these websites negotiate between license, server, and core of the platform. So if you want to access it, all you have to do is enter a web link. Entering the web link gives you the front door address. But if you would like to go to the exact application, like notification, like comment, like passport, you should go directly to this application, like 3D passport. And later, if the service is run properly, you can authenticate using login and password, of course, if you know it. Having the access right now is working, not here, sorry, is working through this gate over the application to access the database and the core. I don't have direct access to the file system of 3DX platform or to the database of the 3DX platform. I can work only through one of these customized apps that represent for me as a set of modules available on the website. Working with modules on the website, I can use this as a hyperlink. So if I press something here, I just go from one hyperlink to another, moving from one page to another page that represented at the server side of the 3DX. This responsible for external integration for external database. This responsible for assigning a batch services that will be launched either manually or by the scheduler. This is responsible for the authentication for the third party, or, as I mentioned already, integration with several services like Instagram, Facebook, Microsoft, Twitter, Dropbox, so you can connect this platform directly to one of these services out of the box or with your custom service if you want. And definitely there should be kind of inspection that show you what is good and what is wrong. So let's log off from the Passport and go further. 3DX platform has a console. It's called MQL. This is kind of internal language, something like a mix between well-known SQL and a batch scripting. So if you write a command like verbose on, you will allow the system to extend the output. If you launch kind of list person, this will give you the set of persons assigned in the platform. For example, for the previous, we have logged to the Passport using admin platform. It's kind of super user here. And if I try to check this user, person, admin platform, select product, I would like to see which license assigned to this exact user. And as I see, there are 4 licenses assigned to this user, allowing this user to log in into the platform. If I want to modify something like modify product DPM add person admin platform, then the person will be updated, and if we check once again the set of products, we will see a DPM product assigned to this user. If I do the same, modify product, and then ask to remove exact person from exact product, and then check the product list again, I will be able to see that the set of products go back to the normal state. Select, insert, print, list, it's quite equal to the commands you can see in PL/SQL or SQL, so it's kind of database connection language. And this language have lots of features because from this application, from the console, using the same web-based access like we just saw previously, using the same connection, because MQL is nothing more than the same module, we can have access to any product, any platform, any object, including 3D and others. So it's quite powerful tool, and if you master the knowledge regarding this tool, how you can handle it, what command you can run, what language you can include inside this, then it will give you lots of abilities for the customization. But here we work with the console on the platform, on the server. The same console is available in the web if you use the same admin platform to log in as a main administrator. Then you can find administration tools, and inside these tools it is possible to find the MQL console that works over web, line by line. It won't be possible to use any script with 2 lines or more, but it will be possible to launch commands directly from the web. Working with MQL gives you ability to do something, but you should be familiar with the database structure, database objects, and so on. For the 18x platform and lore, there was a good tool called Matrix and Business. These tools allow you in business side to customize the data model, and in matrix side to check the exact object. For example, I have added to this system the custom type called LLC underscore, and this type is responsible for some customization implemented in the platform. I have added new attribute. It's a string attribute called LLC underscore utter01. I have added new type that is a clone of type documents derived from documents. It has the attribute LLC, and I have added a policy, the way how this document should live in the platform. It has two states, released and obsolete. Also, as you can see here, there are some programs, we will discuss it later. Let's start with types, policy and attribute. If I know that there is an exact type in the system, then I can go and create a new object with exact type. Making new object force me to select the type, my mistake, then make this selection work properly, assign the name, the type and the revision to make the object unique, and definitely assign the policy and the vault, the place where the object should be stored. Pressing the create button will give me the new object. I already built a new object. This called Lend-Lease document 1. It has special type, custom type. It has special policy. It is owned by admin platform because I have logged in here using the admin platform, and it has description like test element, and it has kind of value for the custom attribute. So I know that this system has a custom object with exact type, exact name and exact revision. Let me try to find the same object using MQL. I would like to print bus. Bus is a short name for business object with type LLC underscore document with the name Lend capital Lease doc 1 and with a revision 0, and I want to select something from this object like its internal ID. So I have kind of internal ID of the object. Having this ID, I can work with the system using this ID as unique identifier. So if I go the back selection and select name, it gives me the name of the object. Having the object by ID is the first step for every customization, for every action, for anything done in the platform. When you go from one page to another, from one template of object attributes to other template of object set or object assembly, then the single and the only thing that sent from template to template is a root object ID. It starts from the root and then it uses a template to show the content. If I can print, then definitely I can modify. But before modify, let's print again and let's select not name but attribute called LLC attribute 01. And we have the value. Also, we can select something like state of the object. Current state. Current state is released. If I would like to do something with the object using the state, then I use command promote. What is happening now is a connection or data exchange using the web interface. It just ran the Java. It just tried to send something, some data, some information over this link and over this link. And as a result, I wasn't able to perform my action because something is wrong and something is missing. And why does it missing? Do I have the wrong object? Do I have the wrong command? No. I have something that called trigger inside object policy. If I go to the exact state, I have promote trigger, I have object access trigger or checkers, and lots of other stuff. And all this stuff prevent me from making my promotion. So if I want to promote object anyway, I can say trigger off. And the trigger is now doesn't work. So if I try to promote, it promoted to state obsolete. If I'd like to demote, it demote back to the state release. So when we make the extraction of this object, we select an attribute. Let's not deselect an attribute. Let's change the attribute value like ABC123. It's not print, definitely, it's modify. And because the object does not work for this moment, then it's possible to handle it. And if it's possible to handle it, then it's possible to do something with the object, to create the object, to change the state of the object, and so on and so on. So now if I try to select object attribute, I will see that it's changed. It can be confirmed here. It can be the same inspection here. And if I were able to launch web interface, I see this attribute in the web interface with new value. So when we are able to change the object, let's find out what tools, external tools, we can use to make this not a console command, but something like more automated. One of these tools called Spinner. It is use the same connection as we mentioned earlier, this connection. It is allow to extract data model, elements, relationship, and even a 3D programs, part of models or source of the models, using the several command and several scripts. All of this work over MQL. So you need MQL to launch Spinner. How it works? You define the call of exact program located in the core. The program name is emx extract objects rails.tcl, and then you define what you would like to extract. Let's try it. Go back to our console, exec program emx, let's check the name once again, extract objects rails.tcl, extract object rails.tcl. What I want to extract? I want to extract my custom type LLC document. This folder, let's check it. In the folder ctemp, not this temp, but the full temp, I see the Spinner result of the extraction, and I see that there is a kind of file, XLS file, interesting, and this is not an XLS, it's CSV file in general. It has a hidden type, name, revision, state, vault, owner, description, title, and so on, and the values. So this gives me the real object as a set of attributes. For the 3D, something should be equal to extract either step file or SAT file or 3D XML file, but definitely it should work the same. I can make changes in this folder. I can make changes for the attribute. For example, somewhere should be the attribute ABC123. Let's make it to CFD456 and then save. So I have the location and the new version of CSV file. How to load it back. When I have the extraction, I can change the values or add several lines, and then I have to call this TCL script. Going back to the script, all I have to change here is the name of the folder. So let's try this script and start it inside MQL. It's setting loaded from the database. It's read some data from the folder. It takes some time. It should handle the triggers. I have not touched them. I just allow them to work with triggers and other stuff. And as a result, the value of the attribute should be different because we changed it in the text file, and when we await until the system responds with the changes, as we see the exit code is 0, so it's okay. So we have to exit from TCL, and then we have to check the value, and as you can see, it's CDF456. So using the external text file and using the spinner, I was able to change the attribute value of the object. So we were able to read the data, to write the data using the MQL commands. And it's a good tool called a spinner. What option can be provided by official Dassault Systèmes support? It's MQL definitely. It's a spinner, and it's kind of unified typing with limited customization abilities. It's not possible to add Java class or trigger or new lifecycle management over the unified typing. You should use either spinner or direct MQL, but it's kind of powerful tool for small customization too. This is an officially supported tools. And what about open source? During the MQL usage, we built kind of package with several commands. And this package works well. It's called TCL. It's kind of batch language on top of MQL. So it's possible to use it for import and export. Also, there are a set of open Java classes that can handle the data model customization absolutely the same way like they handle the call of the Java class. But instead of the Java call for exact method, it calls for the whole program either to extract it or to update it. Because it's a Java-based models, you can read the whole class in source from the core, then make some customization, then put it back. Also, it is possible to customize Java directly from the web using RMI connector. It's a redirector or orchestrator for the calls for the Java, or we can use more powerful version of this orchestrator called MXUpdate. It can allow us to work with data model, with attributes, with programs, with triggers. It's kind of equal to the spinner, but it's open source. All of these tools like spinner, MXUpdate, unified typing, RMI connector, MQL packages should be pre-configured, pre-installed and dropped inside database or called from the console. So it's kind of prepared tools, except of MQL. In addition, Dassault can offer you an XPDM tool. It's more powerful than the platform. It's more complex than a platform. It's more difficult to handle than a platform. If here there is a 3D experience platform, and I already mentioned that it's a set of web pages, set of modules, so all of these that you can see here on this diagram is this one small server. This server equal for the sizes and for the content to the platform. This too. So it's a really complex architecture. The benefit of this architecture that it produces XPDM XML files to handle the structure and SAT to handle the geometry. You need to buy additional license. You need to configure all these. You need to build a proper mapping, and you need to handle this architecture every time the platform migrate, just to have the same result as you can have from here, 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 or here. So technically, XPDM is an option, but it is complex and extremely difficult to support and difficult to buy. So it's not an approach. One of these tools is an approach. If you are on the light side, please use official tools. If you are on the dark side, you can use open source tools, but in the case of open source tools, Dassault official service won't support you with issues if you have one, because these tools does not certified by Dassault system. Having a set of tools that not certified by Dassault system might be not a good option, but it costs you minimal efforts. It's open source. For the investigation, for the purpose of development, it's possible to be used, and then you have to use official spinner or official MQL or unified typing to have the result. So let's check how does open source tools works. I call the program using the package called TCL, and this program has three methods. First, to define the extraction location. Second, to define what I would like to have as a result of extraction. And the third, last but not least, it's a call of MQL program called mxupdate. I already drop it into the platform, prepare it, with set of parameters to make the extraction. If I take all of this and then work this batch in the MQL, what will happen? It calls the program will do the work, and it will extract type, policy, attribute, Java program, Java menu, and so on in the folder, in the format that correspond to the format of the 3DX platform. And if I go to this folder, LLC, I will see folders like data model, program, user interface. Let's start with user interface. I have the element called menu. Why I have it? Because I ask system to extract menu called my_Ennovia. And this menu has several elements, like issue list, like companies, like this menu is a left side menu that you see when you log in into Ennovia. List of my company, list of my members, action toolbars, discussion, calendar, and so on and so on. So if I change the command and put it on top, this command became first in the web interface. If I remove or add kind of commands here, I remove and add set of elements in the menu. This is not anything than HTTPS hyperlink, and it called for the new page with some configuration with some parameters, with some object ID to represent you the new page with the new content. Also, I have downloaded the type because I asked system to extract type llc._. And this type has a definition that it's derived from documents. It has several triggers that doesn't allow us to properly promote or demote. It has specific attribute, kind of definition, kind of arguments, kind of connected PLM for simplified geometry, and so on. All of these extracted as files allow me to spread the customization the same way like I just made an extraction. So I make the customization on my environment, extract it using this script, and then send it to the other environment like a package. And the same principle used to load the customization with some changes. This is concerning the tool called MXUpdate. And what about RMI? If I go to developer environment, something to write a Java code, and if I extract the type, the policy, or the program, it is a Java program. So I just have the source from the core. So I can open developer environment, I can put programs here, and then I can do something with these programs. Or if I have a RMI connector installed for this interface, I can go directly here and set load program from Ennovia. It will ask me to point the connection, the address, with a direct link like 3D passport, 3D dashboard, and so on. And then it will use to connect me using login and password over this HTTP connection to the core. So if I am in one place and you are in the other side of the globe and you want me to customize your Java class, all I have to do is install RMI connector for my developer environment, then request a link from you to access your platform with login and password. This connection requires a license, EFV license. Then I can be able to load program or make some changes and save program to update the logic of the program, of the trigger, of the notification, of the subscription inside any module of the platform. What it gives me more, I can extract any program from the core in the Java format, not jar, in Java format. So technically I can extract all core. The tool for extraction and customization. And what about the command or the actions or the behavior of the platform? Let me say that I already add a new element in the platform called the command LLC request detail. This command is a clone of an existing command, so it makes the same functions or actions as the existing command. The difference is that it has different name, different location, and belong to a different menu. So if I use official spinner tool, I should extract the command. If I use MQL or MXUpdate, I ask the system to extract a command. And go to the scripting to have it. I will see the new element, user interface command. The name of the command is request for detail. Yes, it says that something has changed because of my extraction. This command calls from the installation directory of the platform the template emx form.jsp and then it sends to this template a set of parameters. For example, I would like to see on the template page the form with this name. I would like to see it in the view, not in edit mode, and I would like to see the toolbar with set of elements with additional menu called like this. So I can build this menu, put some elements here. I can build this web form defined in the system using unified typing or anything else, and put lines, fields, tables, images here, and then I can call the existing form from the platform, send to this form several parameters like form name, mode, toolbar name, and so on, and this will work for me. This command is an element of the menu. So when I click to this command, I go for this hyperlink. This will be changed. Command dir, it's a variable. It will be changed to the name of the platform. So this command will do the same as working with hyperlink. Then I have to add this command into any menu of any place of the interface, like on my Enovia menu that we have extracted, and it will appear in the list, in the location where I put it. So it's quite simple. To make the new logic of this command, I have to call the Java module from the command or from the field of the menu inside this command or from the field of the form in this command. And this gives me some ability to handle the data, to handle the package, to make the additional extraction, and then put it somewhere we need it. So it's quite simple. To make this customization, any tools is possible. MQL, Spinner, couple of unified typing tricks, RMI, MXUpdate, or packages. It's up to you to decide which one you would like to have.